Have you ever wondered why Akaza is one of the most talked about villains in Demon Slayer? Today on Zen Otaku, we're diving deep into 10 facts that prove this character is way more than just another powerful enemy. He's tragic, philosophical, and has one of the most impactful journeys in the series. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's talk like friends, because this ride is going to keep you hooked until the very end. First, let me give some quick context for anyone new here. Demon Slayer. Kimetsu no Yaiba is an anime and manga that captured millions of fans worldwide. The story follows Tanjiro Kamado, a kind-hearted boy whose family is massacred by demons, leaving only his sister Nezuko alive, but turned into a demon herself. From that moment, Tanjiro sets out on an almost impossible mission: protect Nezuko, find a cure for her, and destroy Muzan Kibutsuji, the Demon King and main villain. Now, Muzan has his elite group of demons known as the 12 Kazuki. They're divided into upper moons and lower moons, with the upper moons being the strongest. And within that terrifying lineup, Akaza stands tall as Upper Moon 3. That's where his greatness begins, but his complexity goes far beyond power. So let's get into fact 1. Akaza is Upper Moon 3. This isn't a small title. It means he's among the very top demons, only below monsters like Kokushibo, the Upper Moon 1. Being ranked Upper Moon 3 earns him respect, fear, and trust from Muzan himself. It's like being one of the final bosses in a video game. When Akaza shows up, you know things are about to get serious. And it's not just a title. Akaza's strength is recognized even among other demons. Many are terrified of him because they know his combat skills are unmatched. Muzan only gives the toughest missions to those who can actually handle them, and Akaza is always in that circle. He's not just a pawn, he's a cornerstone in Muzan's army. Now for fact 2, Akaza's fighting skills. This is where he truly shines. While most demons rely on brute strength and regeneration, Akaza fights like a martial artist. He's not clumsy or savage, he's calculated, precise, and refined. His style, called the Destructive Death, is a deadly fusion of human martial arts with the demonic powers he gained from Muzan. Every punch, kick, and dodge is executed with deadly accuracy. He uses his body as a weapon, and when paired with his insane regeneration, he becomes almost impossible to deal with unless you have a clear strategy. Watching him fight is like watching a deadly dance. It's brutal but also mesmerizing. He can read his opponent's movements, anticipate attacks, and strike at their weakest points. That's why battles with Akaza feel less like random clashes and more like high-level duels between masters. This takes us to fact 3, Akaza's insane regeneration. Sure, all demons regenerate, but Akaza does it at a terrifying level. Cut off his arm, it grows back in seconds. Stab him through the chest with a Nichiren blade, the wound closes almost instantly. This regeneration makes him nearly unkillable. Hashira-level attacks, which could finish off other demons, barely slow him down. It creates this overwhelming sense of hopelessness during fights because no matter how hard the heroes push, Akaza just keeps coming back. It's like fighting someone with infinite extra lives. Moving on to fact 4. Akaza hates weapons. Strange, right? Especially in a world where Nichiren swords are literally the only way to kill demons. But Akaza follows his own twisted code of honor. He believes that true strength is shown in hand-to-hand combat. To him, weapons hide weakness. Because of that, he sometimes refuses to fight opponents he considers too reliant on their blades. It's a warped sense of honor, but it reveals an interesting layer to his character. He's not just a bloodthirsty monster. He has values, however twisted they may be. And that connects to fact 5. His obsession with strong opponents. Akaza doesn't fight for fun or cruelty. He fights for challenge. He craves battles with powerful warriors. Weak opponents bore him. Strong ones excite him. This obsession drives his every move. When Akaza finds a worthy opponent, he lights up with genuine excitement. It's almost like his whole purpose as a demon is tied to this endless pursuit of strength. Sometimes he even spares potential fighters because he sees promise in them. That's how central this obsession is to his character. But to really understand this mindset, we have to go back to his past. Fact 6. Akaza's tragic life as Hakuji. Before becoming a demon, Akaza was just a boy named Hakuji. He grew up in crushing poverty. His father was sick, and to buy medicine, Hakuji resorted to stealing. He was beaten and humiliated for it, but he kept going because he wanted to save his father. But when his father discovered the truth, he couldn't bear the shame of living off stolen money. He took his own life, leaving behind a note telling Hakuji to live honestly. Imagine the pain of a child carrying that burden. That moment broke him deeply. Hakuji's life changed when he was taken in by Keizo, the master of a martial arts dojo. Keizo taught him discipline and gave him purpose. More importantly, Hakuji met Keizo's daughter, Koyuki, who was gravely ill. Hakuji cared for her tenderly, and over time, they fell in love. For the first time, he felt like he had a real future, but fate was cruel. Rival dojo members poisoned the well, killing both Keizo and Koyuki. Just like that, Hakuji lost everything again. Overcome with rage, he slaughtered the entire rival dojo with his bare hands, killing dozens of fighters. That was the breaking point, which leads us to fact 7, his transformation into a demon. It was at this moment of blood-soaked despair that Muzan found him. Muzan saw Hakuji's raw potential, incredible martial skill, immense rage, and a broken soul. He offered him power. Hakuji became Akaza. But like all of Muzan's creations, the cost was his humanity. The man Hakuji began to fade, leaving behind the ruthless demon Akaza. Still, fragments of who he once was would linger. That's fact 8, his fragmented memories. Even as Akaza, Hakuji's past wasn't completely gone. Flashes of memory would haunt him, the dojo, Keizo, Koyuki. Not full recollections, but glimpses. These fragments gave him moments of hesitation, moments of unexpected emotion. And those memories make him more than just another monster. They humanize him. They remind us that beneath the brutality, there's still a broken human being who once loved and lost everything. Now on to fact 9, his respect for opponents. Akaza is violent, but he honors strength. When he sees courage and determination, he genuinely respects it. Sometimes, he even offers strong warriors the chance to become demons, believing it's the ultimate way to preserve their strength. This is exactly what happens during his battle with Kyojuro Rengoku. Akaza is so impressed by Rengoku's spirit that he begs him to turn into a demon. He wants Rengoku's strength to live forever. Of course, Rengoku refuses, and that clash becomes one of the most legendary fights in the series. Finally, we reach fact 10, Akaza's unforgettable ending. His fight with Rengoku left fans in shock, but it's his battle with Tanjiro and Giyu that seals his fate. In that fight, his fragmented memories return in full force. He remembers his life as Hakuji, his love for Koyuki, the pain, the loss, everything. Those memories break through his demonic shell. For the first time in centuries, Hakuji resurfaces. Realizing what he's become, Akaza chooses not to fight anymore. He lets the sun take him, finally ending his existence. It's tragic, but it's also redemption. In death, he's reunited with Koyuki, finding the peace that eluded him in life. Akaza is ferocity, technique, and tragedy all wrapped into one. He's the kind of villain that makes you stop and think before hating him. He's not just a monster. He's a broken man who lost everything, became a legend, and still whispered fragments of humanity until his final breath. So now I want to hear from you. Which fact about Akaza surprised you the most? Do you think he deserved a second chance, or was his ending justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Zen Otaku, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next deep dive into the characters we love, or love to hate. Thanks for sticking around till the end, and I'll see you in the next one.